What's up, guys? So today I have a 2006 Ford Ranger with the 4.0 engine. There's a code that keeps coming up. It's a P0715, the TSS sensor circuit failure, turbine speed sensor failure. So right now I'm about to scope it, see what's going on. All right, so right here I have it, the wire piercer set from Power Probe, right here, piercing this green and white wire. This is a, let me shine it a little better for you. This green and white wire right there, and I got it all connected here. Little setup. I need to build a better setup here. And then we're just gonna scope it and see what happens and see if the sensor fails and go from there. All right, so right now I have it connected up to the wire, the green and white wire. The signal looks pretty solid. Let's see if we go in reverse, if we notice anything. Goes blank. Neutral. Signal and drive. Earlier I had it running in the air to see if I got the signal to fail or anything, so that's why we have an ABS light. Got the wires running through the hood and all here, so I'm gonna take it for a spin and hopefully I could get it act up and get it on video and I can share it with you guys. All right, so I took it for a spin and it looks like it's all just a steady line. The waveform went away. I don't know if that's the sensor or if one of the connectors went loose, and I drove a good couple 3-4 miles before it finally went out. But while I was driving it, you see the overdrive light is flashing. So let me just put in the scan tool, see if it picked up anything. Nothing on the codes. Read the codes. Nothing appears. So I'm gonna pop the hood and take a look and make sure everything's all connected and see if I get a signal back. Otherwise, I'm gonna point it out to the turbine speed sensor and then go ahead and replace that. And I'll probably record that as well. So I'll be back. Back here, right here live, we're reading 0.11 right here, and it's a steady line. Give it gas. There we go. There's a reading. I gave it gas, nothing. So with the sensor, it had a nice strong, signal going. It's as soon as we drive it and it gets hot, that's when the sensor would come on. The check engine light would come on. So just by seeing that, right there, I'm gonna call it what it is and call it the TSS sensor. It's possible it's failing. This sensor is located inside the transmission, so we're gonna have to pop it open, drain all the oil, and take a look and see what's going on. But first things first, we gotta call the customer and see if they want to go along and do it. All right, so I've been taking on a spin, back to the shop. The light has been, fluctuating. There'd be, some signals, and then there wouldn't be a signal would appear, and then a signal wouldn't appear. And it's just kind of been like this all the way, while driving. Right now I have it in drive. Let me put it in neutral, and there we go. We'll get a little wave pattern. When you put it in drive, it kind of goes away, but when I was driving down the street, there would be no signal. Well, I'm here parked on the side of the road, and I said, well, let me read and see if I can see the code, if a code appeared. And sure enough, it does. A PO, let me get that for you guys. P0715 right there. So I'm gonna talk to the boss and see what's going on. I figured I'd share a little more input on what's going on with this car, and we'll go from there. All right, guys, we're back here with the Ford Ranger, and we have the transmission all disassembled. We removed the transmission from the truck and set it up here on this little bench. Gotta have it all disassembled, and the sensor is located right here. That's where the sensor is. So we're gonna remove the sensor. We already ordered a new sensor from the dealer. I'm gonna install it, put it all back together. Wish I could make a video of this. It's just too time consuming. So we'll go from there. All right, so here's the part number. And here's the sensor, bought it from the dealer. Here's the sensor. I got my helper Ernesto here helping me out. This guy right here. And we're gonna remove it, put it in. Once we install the new sensor, we'll be back. So, yeah. So, right here, you just gotta fish the wire right through here. You have to disconnect it. Here, I'll show them. The wire is connected right up in here in this connector. Kind of sits like that. You just kind of wiggle it out, pinch these ends, these little ends, and wiggle it out. There you go. Once the wire goes through, you just slide it right through. It's a 30 torque. And just pop that sucker out right there. Don't get no easier. And we're just gonna grab the new one. Try to wire it right through the same way. Bam, bam, bam. And put it in. Boom. Put the 30 torque back in. Oh. It's alright. It's still recording. You just hold it there. We just go. Go. Just touch it. Give it a little tie towards the spec. Use German spec, good and tight. And we got the wire connector here. And we're just gonna have to put it in. Here's one way. This has to be facing the top. So we're gonna have to turn it on. This part, this little pin, I don't know if I showed it. Kind of hard to work and push it in. Make sure it's all snug. Make sure nothing's rubbing. Boom. Now it's just time to put everything back together and make sure everything works.